Oh, beauty! What a peach of a pass! Double touch! Long awaited and dropped now online, the tutorial on how to increase your pass accuracy and lift your gameplay and your skill set into a whole nother level. Lots of players are complaining in eFootball about the passing system and that they are doing lots of bad passes. So one of the most asked questions in my streams, in my videos is, Mednasah, which pass assist level are you using? By the way, I'm using pass assist level 2, but believe me guys, this is not the most important thing. Before you're thinking about pass assist, you need to learn the mechanisms of the gameplay. Therefore, I will put my focus today on the following points: the difference of passes and through passes. Second, how is the perfect execution of a pass? And 3, how to avoid bad passes, on which aspects we need to take care of to avoid them. Just one sentence before we start. A high low pass ability won't save you from bad passes. What does it need? What does it take to become a good passer? First of all, you need to dosage the bar in the correct strength. Means when you are, for example, in a long range distance to your teammate which needs to receive the ball, let's say it's like 15 meters and above, you need to load up the bar for 50 to 80%. Means you need to stay in the green, yellow to orange area to have a good strength of the pass. If we move on to the next situation, it's a close range pass, and there it's different, of course. You need to stick on 5 to 20%, stay in the green area, don't load up the bar too much, and you will provide a good pass to your teammate. There's a range between these two, it's the mid-range, and for that 20 to 40% are always a good balance. So close to the yellow area, you can hit the yellow area and you will be safe. This is for 5 to 10 meters distance. So there's a close range, a mid-range, and a long range. It's not the same. You can't load up the bar always the same and expect to have an accurate pass. This won't work in this game, no matter which pass assist you are using. I will show you now the same situation again, but with a focus on a different aspect. This will be the difference between a normal pass and a through pass. Many people are choosing the wrong decision in a specific kind of situation. Instead of making a normal pass, they are going for a through pass, and other way around. Now I show you what I mean. To equip the players with the right player skills. For good ground passes, we have 3 skills: low pass, weighted pass, and through passing. Especially the last 2 are important for through passes. So weighted pass won't affect your normal pass, but the through pass. Now let's have a look at the same situation with a different eye. In the first situation, I'm doing the normal pass. Why? Because the area behind N'Golo Kante is covered and the opponent is running to that side. It would be risky to play the through pass. Second situation, same situation. It's a long range pass and the area behind Romario is covered, so I'm making the normal pass. Again, don't play here the through pass because both players are looking into the right, into the same direction. And here again, a normal pass. It's our 4th normal pass. Both of the players, ours and the opponent, are looking into the same direction. It's not an advantage for us to make the through pass. In the 5th pass, I'm doing again a normal pass because our striker now stands still. He's not running into the front because he is taking care of the offside trap of the offside line. So a through pass wouldn't make any sense here in this situation. The 6th pass is again a normal pass because the area is covered between Neymar and the defender of the opponent. A through pass wouldn't make sense here. Again, for through pass, you need space. Space, you can see it here. Now the opponent is opening up the space behind the defensive line and our striker can run behind the defensive backline of the opponent and take the big advantage of that. But only here it makes sense to play the through pass. So I needed 6 passes to get myself in front of the box of the opponent and 1 through pass to break through. If you are here still watching, that probably means that you like what you see. So bro, don't hesitate, hit the free subscribe button and get ready for lots of new eFootball content. And now guys, move on to the next topic. Look at this situation now. 1 pass, the 2nd pass, and now here's the 3rd pass. and we are scoring a goal. How did it develop? First of all, I'm playing a through pass now. Why? Because Romario is in pace, he's running really fast and he's got the space. Same here for Neymarcito. He's got a lot of space. I use that and he's in full speed. Second pass was a through pass. Third pass, again, look at this space in front of Romario. I need to use that advantage. So I'm playing a third through pass and I'm scoring a goal. You can see it here that my opponent is playing a normal pass. I see that too because the space is too big between me and my opponent. So I'm positioning myself in front of him because I know this is a normal pass. This is not a through pass. I am in a safe situation when I'm covering the ball. So I'm gaining back the possession. The right decision for my opponent would be to see my player, in which direction I am looking, and his player, and play a through pass, not a normal pass. So he wouldn't lose the possession. No to normal pass, yes to through pass in this situation. This is the example on how it should be. My opponent is selecting his player and trying to cover my player as I did before. I've noticed that and made my decision here of Kaká's top speed and of the direction of the opponent that I will do a through pass to open up the space and to create a really good goal chance in front of the opposition's goal. Choosing the through pass just when you have enough space and when your opponent is making mistakes with his players and opening the spaces behind his own defense. Otherwise, if you're covered, if there's not enough space, go for the normal pass and you will be in possession. The right decision between a normal pass and a through pass can provide you from conceding a goal and can give yourself the opportunity to score way more goals. Because with this style, with the right pass, you can break every defense. You just need to be calm and wait for your situation, wait for the mistake of the opponent. Right here, I want to cross my player with him, but I can't make a through pass, so I'm making a normal pass, one touch, a 1-2, I'm sorry. And with one 1-2 pass, his player is running into the nowhere and Neymar is completely free, where I have a big chance. Now this guy in a really cringe situation is following me where I'm getting a penalty, but you know what I'm talking about, you know what I mean. Now we've talked about the right dosage of the passes and the right selection of the pass, if it's whether a through pass or a normal pass. And with these weapons in your set, in your skill set, in your toolbox, we are ready for the right execution of the pass and which aspects we need to take care of. Through passes are a really strong weapon in game, especially in eFootball. Whether you play against long ball counter or quick counter, this is too dangerous if you know how to execute it. For the right execution, first of all, as I mentioned before, you need through pass, the skill, the player skill, also weighted pass and one-touch pass. And don't underestimate fighting spirit. Guys, when your stamina gauge is too low, the probability is really high that you will make a bad pass. Then it's not because of you or because of the gameplay, it's because of the player's low stamina gauge. So take care of that. Fighting spirit can prevent you from things like that. And when your player is equipped with the best and necessary skills, it's only up to you to make the best out of this game, out of this gameplay, and to score many goals. In this last examples for this topic, I will show you how to take care of the opponent's defender, because this is one of the biggest mistakes which a lot of players are doing. They are taking the last defender and running out. And you need to take advantage of this situation. Here, right now, you can see I'm loading up the bar to 60 to 70% and taking care that my Ronaldo is not going into the offside line, above the offside line. And it's the same all the time. Many players are doing this, also good players. They are selecting the last player and running out and opening up the space behind your back line. This is the most risky, most dangerous thing which you can do. Look at this. Always taking the last player and running out. As I mentioned, also good players are doing this sometimes, and you need to take care of this and spam the through pass in this situation. Believe me guys, you will score tons of goals. Doesn't matter on which platform, PlayStation, PC, mobile, it's always the same. Players are doing always the same mistake. We've talked about the potential of through passes, about the differences about through pass and low pass, and now we will talk about what to avoid. The right execution for good passes may be the most important part of this tutorial. There are 2 points on which you need to take care of. And the first one, which we will start now, is the angle of the player while doing the pass. A move which occurs often on the pitch. Players are passing while they are turning around. Bro, never turn around while you are doing a pass or a shoot or something. The accuracy is almost zero. And of course, don't do this in your own box. This is too dangerous. You will lose the possession and give your opponent the opportunity to attack and to score a goal. Here, I'm far away from my opponent. 2 players, but far away. He's got a lot of time. He's stressed. He's in panic. He's in hectic, and he's losing the ball. What to do instead? Stay calm and make a fake shot, guys. With the shoot is the square button and then the pass button, and you will be safe. The player will position himself perfectly. The angle is perfect. You have time to open up the game, to build up the game. It's way, way better. Use this function, especially when you have space and time. Calma, guys, calma. Also on the pitch, in game, try to find another solution than turnarounds. Play the ball back or to the wings, something, but don't turn around. Not in your own box, please. Position yourself very well, especially if you have time. And here, just play back to the goalkeeper. Why not, bro? You have time. You have a lot of time. Don't do that. Don't stress out. Calma, relax, chill. Don't give me the ball and don't let me score a goal, bro. The next mistake is also a big mistake, which I see often on the pitch. The footages which I am showing you are from in real life games, guys. It's from division matches. My opponents are doing this often. Doesn't matter if Division 9 or Division 2, 1. I see this in every range of divisions. What do I mean? Here you go. What's happening in this situation? Besides that he's losing the ball and I will now score a goal, he's making a big mistake. Which mistake I am talking about? Here you can see it. He's loading up the bar too much, too strong. The distance is too close. He should go under 50% of loading the bar, and he's losing the ball. Why? The pulling out animation of the leg before doing a pass or a shoot is taking the more time, the longer you're loading up the bar, which is realistic and good program from Konami. You need to take care of this and be careful. When your opponent is close to you, don't hit the bar too much. Another problem is when you are loading up the bar too much, your teammate who's receiving the ball is not able to control the ball properly. Even in such of situations where your teammate is far away, it's still too hard. The speed of the ball is too high, and even good players, good dribblers aren't able to control the ball. Here I have the ball with Kante, loading up the bar to almost 90%, but the angle is good. My Neymar is in a good position. It's straight, there's no problem, no angle issues. Like here, this guy is smashing the ball into my body, which is not the best case. If you're loading up the bar a lot, you need to be safe, the angle has to be good, and your player who's receiving the ball needs to be in a good situation where he is able to control the ball in the best possible way. There's another problem, which is in a similar case, let's say. It's not the same, because in this case we have a little more time, but it's almost the same mistake with a big difference. The difference is we are making an input. We are, let's say, making the pass with the normal pass, okay? The normal low pass. Now we've made that input, but we see our opponent is about to catch our ball. We are aware of, oh damn, I made a mistake now. And for these kind of situations, for these kind of mistakes, there is a solution. I am experiencing this a lot by myself. Here, I want to play a pass with Kante to my Romario. But now Vieira occurs from nowhere and he's going to intercept the ball. What am I doing? I'm super cancelling my pass with R1 and R2 on the PlayStation controllers. So he's cancelling the action and the bar, which was loaded, disappears. And now we have the time to find another solution, to make another decision, which I am doing here. You can make a bad pass or a bad decision, but try to correct it as fast as possible where you have the impact to change it and to fix it. Whether it is with the fake shot or with the super cancel, you need to use these functions 100%. Often it's not about the gameplay, it's not about bad programming, it's just about making bad decisions by yourself. But of course you need to be self-reflected enough to recognize this and to identify this. This is the first mandatory point. As I said, we will have a look now at in-game footages, what I mean, and I will also test you in some cases. Let's go. This sequence shows how I am performing a counter attack, and now I'm in a different situation, in a hard situation where I need to find a solution. What would you do now? What would be your solution? I guess first you would look down and see, oh, my player is covered, the Neymar, I can't play him. So the one at the top is free. Let's play to him. Let's risk it. I don't play like that. I don't play with risks. What am I doing? I'm always trying to involve my back players into my attacks. In this case is Kaká. So you always have to have an eye for the back line, for your AMF in this case. Why? Kaká is in full speed right now. So he's dashing. The first one at the top can't catch him up. The second one is attacking me. And the third one is turning around to cover the back. So all of them three are in a speed disadvantage. Kaká is too fast for them. You can do this also with other AMFs. When you are in top speed, you're in top speed. The others can't catch you up, as you can see it here in this situation. What happened with one back pass? I opened the space completely at the front. So I am almost outnumbering my opponent with this one pass. First, pressure situation where I don't have any solutions. Second one back pass, and the instant opening up the space. We've talked about timing, angle, and dosage. Fine. Now let's say you're making the perfect timing, the perfect dosage, and the perfect angle of a pass. These are the three mandatory aspects of good passing systems, of good passing in general. Let's say everything is fine, but still you're doing a bad pass and your opponent is receiving the ball. Why can this be? Most of the time, it's because you're aiming to the wrong player, especially while attacking or while you're being under pressure. For sure, I have examples again to show you what I mean with in-game footages of my high-ranking games or in division games in general. I'll show you what I mean with the footages in real life, in-game with my opponents. Here he is gaining back the possession, and instead of playing the ball to these two players who are right in front of him, he is in stress and playing the ball to the front and losing the ball. Same situation here. Instead of involving his CMF or AMF, whoever it is, he's rushing to the front. I can show you many examples, many footages. Here, his midfielder is free. Build up the attack, build up the space. Would you now see the player at the bottom of the screen? I don't know, but you have to be able to see them, to recognize them, to identify them. In my situation here, I'm involving Kante a lot in my attacks. Of course, because also he's a box-to-box player, but I do it anyway. Always try to have an eye for the back, to open up the spaces, to break through the defense from a different way when everything seems to be blocked and close. For sure, it's not easy, but you need to learn this. You need to adapt this. You need to train and practice to get a better overview on the pitch. Not just looking to the front, but also looking to the back and looking on the map. Why I am mentioning this in a passing video? Because bad passes are not only because of the gameplay. Guys, I've mentioned this before. Bad passes are often a result of a bad decision on the pitch. But players complain, or let's say it in another way, for a human being, it's easier to blame the others than himself. But a good self-reflection is mandatory, guys. I've mentioned this also. Once you are used to play with your backline, once you are used to have a good overview on the pitch, I am giving you a little extra here with this part of this video, creating goals from a specific position. You're running from the wings and making a through pass to the back to score a goal mostly with a first-time shot, so it's nice to have. Or I would go for a must-have, that your players who are receiving the ball has got the skill first-time shot. It will give you tons of goals. Also, this pass to Romario was with a through pass. Here, it's an X pass. What happens? Michael Owen has to first receive the ball and then score a goal, because I'm doing the X pass and not the through pass. This is a typical situation. This is a situation how I score almost in every game, guys. Also against big players, taking advantage of that. But for that, you need to get used first to have a perfect overview. Let's not say perfect, but a really good overview, and to play with your back, not just with the front, guys. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and check out my other videos. Let me know in the comments about which topics you want me to talk about next. I will leave you with a nice and smooth Bam, Junge!